Got this stump out yesterday when picked up the chambers and stuff for the septic. I go out through yonder there. I can get up here and tie into the discharge. Right now it comes somewhere along here. So I get that dug up. That way I can know my starting grade. I can pretty much look at it. See, we got plenty of downfall where I'm gonna go down here to put the field lines in at. I've got all the implements of destruction over there on that yellow rock. Transit, measuring wheel, some spray paint. I'll get her laid out. Then we'll start moving some dirt. But first I want to get up here and get this discharge line uncovered here on this tank. That'll give me a starting point. Once I get it dug, I can't go back and, well, can go back and change it, but I don't want to. It's a lot easier to tie into the old pipe here. And I'll probably tie into somewhere right here. Pretty sure the pipe ends right along here. I'll probably cut it there. And I think we'll just do it right along somewhere where the bucket is. Right on down there to the first line. And then I'll drop down here, we'll put in a second line. So, well, let's see if I can dig it up without getting destroyed. Part of the rock too, so that ain't helping my cause. Makes it hard to feel anything. If I hit the pipe and break it, I don't really care. I'm gonna be cutting in and putting the elbow on it anyway. But I don't want to rip it out of the tank, so let's not do that. Gotta be getting close there. Pretty much sitting on rocks, so it didn't go down much further, much deeper. Yeah, let me get in there and poke around a little bit before I just rip the pipe up out of the ground. Alright, well, I found it. I didn't break that much. It's right there. Can't see until I pull this back a little bit. Now maybe I can see it right there. There's the edge of the bucket tube. There on the left. There's where she's at. Break it back a little bit. back a little bit. Y'all can see pretty good there now. Alright, found the old line. Go ahead and bring it on up here to the tank. Cleaned out. Start from scratch. Probably keep where it's tied into the tank. Got looking at it, standing down there, where my field line's going to go. Until they end up putting me at a weird angle, like it's going to go down and come back up. So come up here closer to the tank. That way it's not going around the bend. Get down there where we need to go. I haven't shot any grade yet. Not to get the tank. Try to get it close, and then I'll take a shovel and finish it out. I like to flicker off that tape for blinding me. Kind of hard to be precise when you can't see what you're doing. Alright. Experience tells me to quit while I'm ahead. Let me get down there with the shovel and poke around a little bit. See what I get cleaned out over here next to this tank. Probably take that line out. I'll probably go get everything laid out before I worry about that. I'm gonna leave it tied together right now and get it, check some grades and see where we gotta go with it. Alright, I got it pretty much figured out. Gotta be careful, don't want to get that tree down there. But meantime, get this down here to the start of the trench. Y'all see it? Y'all don't see it. I see it. There's Flint. I'll get the camera off this thing. What we found? Probably nothing. Nah, that ain't nothing. No, it's a piece of one. Nah, I didn't break it. It was already broke. Been with like a knife tip. Probably would have had a stick up here or something and probably had more to it. Still been broke off. Gotta keep your eyes out. Found a few things. Starting to get a little collection going here. Of course, there's a boar tusk. It's pretty cool. That's material that they would have been using to make the points out of. Right here they just knock it off. When it gets down that small, they just chunk it. Same here. That's probably the piece of material that they use making those. I'll walk around here real quick, make sure I didn't dump no more out. Yep. We'll get back to where I don't even know where I was at. I was explaining something to you guys. Alright, well, let's see. Oh yeah, like I said, I kind of got it figured out what I'm going to do here. Right now I'm just going to go ahead and get this trench put in, going over to the chambers. So here, pull this back. We've got to have like 4 inches of fall here to the chambers. Break that off there. I'll get some of that material, whatever. Where that point come out of there. This knocked in there, and I'll get this trenches down through there, get it set on grade. Having a big bucket, hey, get some buckets for swap them out. But make do with what you got. That's what I got. We're gonna make it do it. Faster that time. Maintains the fall going. Crap don't run uphill, so they say. My trench is a little overkill coming over here, but it is what it is. Oh, looky there. Well, I see 2 pieces. Come with me, let's check that out. See what we got. Daggone magnet. There. Oh yeah. Boy, that's a nice one there. Same as wasn't the rest of it. Yeah. Now, this is just a piece of flint. More where they was knocking, making them. Big old chunk. Yeah. If I save all that, I'd have a dump truck load. But hey, this one's pretty cool. See where they got that worked edge all the way around that thing. Sweet. Finding all kinds of goodies. If I keep this up, I ain't gonna get no work done. I'll get a closer look while I'm down here on the ground. Well, there's a flake where they was making something. We gotta kick this dirt around a little bit. Nothing. Oh, here we go. Check that bad boy out. Oh man. Well, that's a nice one there. Boy, that's a big one. Well, I found bigger, but sweet. That was a good thing to come down here and look. Man, maybe I ought to just take lunch and dig through this dirt here. Well, let's go throw this one over here in our collection. Yeah, there's that one I found yesterday. And then found this one the other day. Now this one here, if you look at it, I don't know how well it'll show up on that. Put them down here where we can look at them. See how the tips broke off of that one, and you can tell it's been broke for a while. Now this one here is what they would have turned this one into after they reworked it. So maybe they had that one, was going to rework it and never got around to it, or whatever the case may be. But I'll set them up here in my little collection for now. Alright, we better get back to work. Alright, we got a pretty good start on it. Headed up a little closer to this tree than what I'd like. There's some of these little tiny roots down through here, so I believe it'll be alright. This is an American chestnut tree, by the way, which is, if you know anything about American chestnut trees, this is a pretty rare tree right here. They're pretty much extinct. They're trying to bring them back. They're trying to crossbreed them with Chinese chestnuts. I think they're having pretty good success with it. There are some known original American chestnut trees, and I believe this one may be on the registry. I'm not 100% sure on that. I know when this guy got this house, I was telling him about this chestnut tree and stuff, taking trees out, and I know he was going to check on that, but anyway, kind of got sidetracked. So got plenty of fall down there. You can see where the grade rod and all that stuff's at, and chamber cap. A little step down right there where the pipe go into the chambers. Then we'll run down through here I'd say this is probably about, not quite halfway point yet. Well, maybe somewhere around there. But contour's a little bit funny here, kind of up and down a little bit, so hence a little zigzagging. But I believe it's gonna work out. I'll get this one in here. These can have a minimum of 6-inch cover on them, but y'all have closer to 12-inch in the lowest spot, which 12 is probably what's recommended. But you don't want to get much more than 12. So 12 to 18 over top of it, because you got to have oxygen for the microbes and stuff to breathe. Now, there's a whole science behind it, but anyway, we're digging, and I dug up, I don't know if it used to be a brick fire pit or something there about where the bucket is. But I haven't found any more artifacts, and it's not for a lack of looking. But anyway, just figure I'd give y'all a quick update. I'm gonna jump out real quick, go down there with a grade rod. I got another receiver on the hose on the other side of it. So I got laser over here, so it's on the other side of the bucket. You can't see it, and it's beeping. So I know I'm pretty close enough. I can adjust it with the shovel, rake, whatever I got to do. Lay chambers in there, and yeah, let me get back to it, get the knocker out. Got a good bit done here. Got the one trench. Got it dug in there, and got everything where we can tie into the tight line or discharge line coming out of the tank. And I guess tomorrow I'll jump over there and put another ditch over here on the back side. Might get a little tight up here in this corner, but we'll make it work. Yep, that's it for today. Come back in the morning and do it again. Alright, back over here this morning, and here's where we're starting out at. Over on the edge of this cliff. That camera don't do it justice, but we're gonna run this line down through yonder there. Well, I can't see with the sun. But gotta work my way down through here. One thing about having these rubber tracks, they stick on the side pretty good, but they pop off easy too, so I'm gonna say a little prayer that the tracks stay on this thing over on the side of this hill, because yeah, this could get a little sideways quick. That corner cleaned out. I get my ditch started up there somewhere, and I might get the machine kind of spun around here so I can level out. Yeah, hindsight's 20/20. I should have put my dirt pile on the other side of that ditch, and then I'd have plenty of room over here, but it is what it is now. So, alright, so I got me a few sections put in there. Much of this bridge to get across this. Keep messing around there after on the edge of that daggone cliff. Be real bad real quick, so figure out to go ahead and get this taken care of here. Keep it getting rocked off of it. Bonus. Ain't got to worry about hitting them with the mower over there, so that's where they'll go. do this way. Now we get across. Rocks out the way here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and keep laying that on down through there. And cover it up, give myself some room to work on this other side over here. Backfield, and I'll go up there. Still got to do a little raking up here on that other. Got some dirt clods and whatnot. Fine tune the rake. And we don't need no rock in here. Alright, now the camera rolling, but knock a couple more artifacts out. I'm sure probably would have been some sort of knife or something. And here's the material they were using to make all their tools. They get down so small they can chunk it. Got another one of those. Get a pretty good little collection going on. Figure over on the side of this hill I find too much. That must have been all, would have been a spot up here. Back in those days there would have been maybe fawn and everything else running around up here. I think around here giant ground sloth, I believe. And there was other stuff too. Yeah, they're doing some sort of archaeological dig up the road not too far from here. I think I might see something else here a little bit. sort of point. Not a hole, but see. Let's just leave those things. Material. This bone here is just out of place. I don't know if that's anything or not. Then there's a buck my window. Got another little piece. Hot spot right here. And another piece. What this one would have been, but it's been a big one. You can see where they knocked it off there at that point. Would have been a big old fat knife blade, maybe. I don't know, finding all kinds of goodies. Alright, got that back filled, slicked up. Now let me go shoot some grade. Get this other one laid out, and we'll get started on it. Then we'll start hooking up some PVC to hook everything up. We done. Sounds simple, but they ain't gonna get finished today, probably. All right. Double check these. And got that laid out. I don't know if you can see the little dots, but right on the money. Run down here on this end. See how close we are. I think we're allowed a 2-inch deviation, but well, hold it level. Yeah, pretty close for a rookie. I gotta move this pile back. I need to be careful not to throw it over in my ditch. So, because both these are going to be the same length. But this one's going to run right there, parallel to that one. And well, 1 trench down, 1 trench to go, and tie it all together. I reckon I'll probably start on this end and go back the other way. Well, maybe. I'll have to reset my laser if I do that. I won't be able to hook my receiver on the boom I need to clamp it on my auxiliary lines. They don't move or anything like the other ones do. But I gotta have a transit sitting in the right spot to catch it, pick it up. I don't know. I'll just play it by ear. If I can't catch a laser down here digging on this end, yeah, I either go up there and start on that end, or I'll just move a laser. Well, all the deer came out. That tells me the sun's getting a little low in the sky. Time to call it a day. I ain't got much further to go. Got all that backfield. Right there's where we end at. I'd say we're probably 25 foot or so. There's all the material and stuff I've been finding. Hadn't found any good points. Nothing worth showing. But ain't over yet. It's just everywhere. Alright, well, I'm called today. I'll do it again tomorrow. I'm getting a little nervous. Alright, let's do it again in the morning. Alright, we're back at it again this morning. Go ahead and cover this up what I got so far. We're getting down to the nitty gritty now. Gotta go up there to that dirt pile and tie in all our tight lines. Move on to the next job. A little bit chilly again this morning. I probably should have put a long sleeve shirt on, but there, I got the heat turned on in the machine here. Well, a little bit in. It'll warm up soon enough. Be sweating like I was yesterday out here, trying to get this knocked out. Can't believe all this material and stuff I've been finding as far as artifacts. I hadn't found any killer points yet. Found a couple that I showed you before. I mean, it's everywhere in here, but not finding any killer points. They most certainly setting up on this hill, of course I probably can't see that. There we go. Now maybe I can see something. Yeah, all that would have been open. That road you used to have to ford the water there. If the water was up, you'd have to go around. But anyway, I guess they would set up on this hill. I imagine without the house there, down the trees, they probably could have seen the lake down yonder. I imagine it's been a nice spot for it, but I was really surprised I hadn't found more than what I found. Being close to the edge, it may be stuff that washed over here over the years. There's another piece of material right there. Y'all might can't see it, but I seen it. Another chip or a flake. I've got, I don't know, probably a bucket full. Coffee can full, just material and stuff, but it was making points, but bit foggy this morning. Mostly always is next to this lake. Over on this side here, out like that. Nice topsoil to help get the grass growing. Had a lot of clay material come out of that first trench. Doesn't grow grass very well, so spread some of this topsoil here. Kind of sent her a little too hard there, boys. Alright, get in my bucket there, Rick. pull with the thumb. Took all that stuff right out of there. But as you can tell, I don't need a thumb. I was gonna get one till I seen how much they cost. But I might have to wait on that. All the reason that big old stump that I took out of there. Running away there. Alright, got her laid in there. Go ahead and end it right here. There's it's gonna come in here, go all the way down there. There's a crossover. Come all the way back up here. When it gets up here, it's gonna hit the old leach lines, and got plenty of drainage there, so that'll work out pretty good. Well, can't ask for any better than that. Let's go see if this other end's still where she's supposed to be. Yep, 5-3, yep. Yep. Did a 1/4 inch. And got her laid in there. I'm gonna go backfill the rest of this and kind of slick that up. Then I gotta do my PVC, put my crossovers in, tie in the outlet from the tank to the inlet to our field here. I get gravel and stuff through there, throw it in my ditch, that way I can kind of level that out, support my pipe, because remember we hit all them rocks and stuff in there, so that worked out pretty good. Alright, well, put the head of the old black pipe. Surprised it didn't clogged up. I know where I got into it up there, it was all clogged up full of roots, so that's probably why nothing got down here. Anyway, let me get this backfilled and carry on. Alright, we got that bladed out. Laid in there pretty good. I still got to track back and forth a little bit, so but I think that turned out pretty good. Got this over on this edge, got it packed in there, slicked up. Make this part of the yard a lot more usable. Anyway, yes, now I get to play part of a plumber. Go in there and cut the poopy pipe and hook her up yonder. Hook my crossover up. Oh, it'll be good for another 100 years. Alright, well, there's the crossover. Got that hooked up. Yeah. Get back up here and start working on this end of it. Alright, there she is, all hooked up. Got a good fall on it. Here's a good example. I don't know if y'all can see all them bubbles. That's where all the bacteria is eating the poop. So you don't got nothing but water. I don't know how well you can see down in the outflow there. She's draining through there. I went in and got the water running and stuff to make sure this thing's flowing good. And pulled it out down there. It's going all the way through just like it should. Now I'll go in here and backfill underneath this pipe by hand, and so I don't get no sag or nothing in it. And she's got right at a 1/4 inch per foot, just like the doctor ordered. It's flowing good, and everything's working. Call that a wrap. Get this mess here cleaned up. Alright, there she is. All installed and slicked up, ready for seed and straw. Well, that's gonna do it for this one, and thanks for watching. See you on the next one.